Hello everyone, and welcome back to our video series exploring some of the more nuanced and complex areas of digital resilience. My name is Siobhán McBean, and I'm a partner in the Asset Management and Investment Funds Group here at Arthur Cox. In today's video, we will look at what firms, and in particular regulated firms, should consider in assessing their digital resilience. I'm joined by my colleague Vivian Spies, who is a Senior Associate in the Technology and Innovation Group, and she will share some of her insights with us. So turning to you, Vivian, many watching this today will have gone through the experience of implementing DORA in the not too distant past. From your experience in supporting and advising firms through that process, what makes digital resilience such a complex area for firms to manage?
Nearly all services these days have some sort of technological component, and there's an even greater shift in this direction with the rise of AI. This shift presents several challenges for a few different reasons, including the sheer volume of ICT services that firms rely on now for their businesses. The fact that the digitization of services has created an even greater level of dependence on ICT service providers, but has also increased the interdependencies between systems which firms deploy across their operations. And many locally regulated firms do not benefit from an in house technology expertise. So they may need external support to help them oversee arrangements with third party ICT service providers in line with legal requirements.
And we can't talk about digital resilience without mentioning the rise in the number of sophisticated cyber attacks, data breaches occurring both within and outside of financial services. What are some of the most common events that we've seen that have impacted on firms' digital resilience? And in response to those threats, how can firms shore up their digital resilience?
There have been several high impact data breaches recently, with the examples of Marks and Spencer and Jaguar Land Rover coming to mind. The root cause of both of these attacks was credential theft via social engineering, and so something that continues to be of the utmost importance is employee awareness and training. While there is a huge push at the moment to raise AI literacy levels across organizations, there should also be a continued focus on identifying phishing and social engineering ploys because these attacks can be particularly sophisticated these days and difficult to spot. Firms can also shore up their digital resilience through eliminating legacy systems from their ICT infrastructure where possible to eliminate any weak links, keeping up to date with patches and updates, and being mindful of when these patches and updates are applied, making sure that regular backups are taken and stored securely, and looking to recovery point objectives to make sure that they understand what it would take to get critical and important functions back up and running quickly. Undertaking security audits against recognized standards like ISO, for example, and then also deploying vulnerability testing vulnerability assessments like penetration testing against firms' own systems.
And I'd add to that, I suppose, from a governance and a board's perspective, it's a case of ensuring that digital resilience is a topic that is discussed and considered at board meetings so that directors understand those steps that you've mentioned that are being taken within the business to ensure that the business is adequately protected from a digital resilience perspective. And in this regard, you mentioned that many firms look to their group's technology function for support when it comes to oversight of ICT, third party service providers, and as it relates to digital resilience generally. For those firms, what should they be doing locally to evidence their involvement in the process and, I suppose, to ensure that they have ultimate ownership of those arrangements?
Sure, there are a few things firms can do here. We've seen a recent push from the CBI for firms to appoint CIOs and DPOs locally. So it's a good idea to have someone locally with technical expertise who can challenge information and reporting coming from group. Further, the local firm needs to be involved in the design of any due diligence and centralized oversight programs to make sure that those programs are fit for purpose, aligned with CBI expectations and EU legal requirements. On the subject of due diligence, the local firm should be conducting detailed due diligence on any technology support services which are coming through intragroup service arrangements, and ensuring that there is robust oversight and due diligence programs being applied to any subcontracting. And finally, information flow will be important. Information needs to be forthcoming from group to allow the local entity to complete their business service and function mapping.
Thanks, Vivian. You've shared some very helpful steps there that firms and their boards can take to demonstrate appropriate oversight of their digital resilience framework. As ever, please feel free to get in touch with your usual Arthur Cox contact, or you can send us an email at resilience@arthurcox.com on any issues or topics that we've covered here today.